favorite, and he said without hesitation, why, peach. Of course.
Of course.
Well, wouldn't you guess it? Okay, Luke Carrico is with me. Kent's going to land the airplane. Billy Worth is in his biplane.
By Air Force Major Billy Worth, flying in one of the most high-performance aerobatic biplanes on the planet, the Pitts S2C. Billy Worth has over 11,000 hours of flight time. That equates to more than a year in the air, with 1,500 of that time flying upside down. An Air Force reservist and commercial pilot, Billy has flown more than 20 different kinds of aircraft to all corners of the globe. What you're about to witness is a full sequence of high-energy, bone-crushing aerobatics. Very shortly, we're going to be ramping up this air show and making things fast and furious. Billy Worth brought to you today by Sandy Aerospace, La Pizza Watches, Pilot Zeus, Champion Aerospace, IndyJet, Ideas Design, PPG Aerospace, and the Air Force Reserve. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring in Kid Peace. Give him a big wave as he races down the flight line here this afternoon. What we are about to see, ladies and gentlemen, is a duel between two brothers, Billy and David Worth from Indianapolis, Indiana, as we prepare for the wings versus wheels. Billy Worth! And again, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that your tray tables are locked still in the upright position and your seatbelts are tight as Billy Worth extends off to Airshow right. This aircraft is known as the Pitts Special. It is one of the most high-performance certified biplanes any place, and right now you're seeing it flown by Indiana Hoosier Billy Worth. The aircraft has a roll rate of over 360 degrees per second. That's a lot of green blue for you and me. The roots of this biplane go all the way back to the 1940s. But this is its new sting. This is the S2C model, one of the most highest performing versions of this aircraft. Billy now pulls back on the stick as he flies that airplane skyward like a homesick angel. Watch this. We call this the hammerhead turnaround. He'll get on top, throw it in left rudder, turn it on a dime, and giving you 9 cents change. Ladies and gentlemen, that's some kind of flying. Let's hear it for Air Force Major Billy Worth. Aerobatic flying, very challenging for these guys. During Billy's performance here this afternoon, he'll be pulling in excess of 6 G's, or 6 times the force of gravity. G's obviously referring to the forces of gravity being exerted on the pilot. Billy really has to get after it and flex his lower body and muscles as best that he can to keep the blood up in his head and keep flying. Now you may have noticed we've got a guy out there on the runway right now, and that is none other than Billy's dear brother, David Worth. He's out there on a CBR 600 motorcycle. It weighs around 330 pounds and has 130 horsepower. Top speed, 175 miles per hour. If you're asking, no, it is not street legal. Now, if you want to harass your brother as a 5-year-old, I guess you could poke them or maybe stare at them for a while, but they're a little bit older, like these so-called gentlemen, and you got a pilot's license, you can buzz your brother with an aerobatic biplane. That's what's going on right now. Billy Worth pulls back on the stick as he flies it up into a vertical maneuver. In his right hand, the control stick. In his left hand, the throttle. And down by his feet are his rudder pedals. He uses each and every one of these control surfaces simultaneously to perform some of these very demanding aerobatic figures for you. Watch this here as he stops it. We call this the Harrier Pass. Now here at the show with us here today, we've got Mama and Dada Worth, they're out here with us, and Mama has requested for a family portrait of her two sons. So we're going to do that right now. Let's watch as Billy brings it in. He's going to be bringing this airplane down to only 15 feet above the ground. You'll notice David Worth out there on the motorcycle with speeds reaching 150 miles per hour. Get that on your cameras. Formation flying between a biplane and a motorcycle. Let's hear it for Billy and David Worth. Brother-to-brother relationship, the ability to torment each other in any part of their life is always the utmost priority, and that's why we call this sibling rivalry one of the only air show acts anywhere in the world implementing both a high-performance biplane and a high-performance motorcycle. Get your cameras on him. Billy Worth on the right, David Worth on the left with a closure rate of over 350 miles per hour. We call it sibling rivalry.
Still mean nothing. Should have seen it coming. It had to happen sometime.
Billy's just missing David on the bike with mere feet in the ultimate game of chicken. Let's go up live in the cockpit and see if we can go up and talk to Billy as he flies over Fort Wayne here this afternoon. Countdown. We are ready. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, you have a race. They're off pedal to the metal now. Airplane versus motorcycle as they pass through their 70, 80, 90 miles per hour. The airspeed comes alive. Billy is now off the ground there, just feet away, neck and neck as they reach our right end zone. Very soon they're going to have to make that reversal turn to head back towards the start-finish line. Keep an eye on them as they reach off the Airshow right. This will be the whole shot right here to see who will win this race and who will get the ultimate bragging rights here this evening later today. Now as we watch as Billy returns back to Airshow right, he has to perform a 270-degree turn back towards the runway environment. David having to slow down that motorcycle from 180 miles per hour to a dead stop, turn around and head back this way. You see him down to Airshow right. Billy Worth just hitting feet off the runway. The smoke exploding off the ground. Oh, yeah, as they bring it on in. Ladies and gentlemen, who's it going to be? It looks like David on the motorcycle took the win. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, another great round of applause for these two brothers, the Worth brothers from Indianapolis, Indiana. He must be very careful not to disturb the airflow on the wing while riding formation with Billy's airplane. Keep an eye on him. And they did it, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Put your hands together for the Worth brothers, Billy and David Worth. What a magnificent performance. And Danny Glisham, the action continues here at the 2016 Fort Wayne Air Show.
Wow, is all I have to say about that. Luke Carrico, give him a big round of applause. He put you on the motorcycle, he put you in the airplane. Luke, I could not believe that they slapped skin up there. Now, they gave each other the high five. It might have been wingtip to palm of hand, but same thing. The wing is an extension of Billy Worth in the cockpit.
Indeed, you know, the airplane only weighs around 1,000 pounds. It's got 260 horsepower. Billy says you don't get in the airplane, you strap it on.
You strap it on and you wear it. And by the way, Billy Worth comes in at about 97 pounds soaking wet.
He might be 97 pounds soaking wet with a rock in his pocket.
That's right. Okay, Luke, great. Ref +5. your sink is 7. 400 feet, rev plus 5, sink is 7. 300 feet, rev plus 2, sink is 8. 100 feet, 50 feet. At 50 feet, the pilot looks down to the end of the runway. He closes the throttle so they click, and he put on a greaser. Now from there, if they have... So let me identify the aircraft for you. They look somewhat similar, and there is a reason for that. It was the Nazis that discovered that the swept wing design reduced the onset of reversibility. It helped the aircraft get faster. Now that MiG-17 with the afterburner was an improvement over the Korean era MiG-15. It didn't exist in the dogfight arena in the Korean War. It came out too late. He is from Rockford, Illinois. F-86 flown by Paul Kevler. He's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And these two guys were squadron mates back when they were in the active military. They're going to mix it up in a dogfight. Now see that swept wing on the MiG-17? It was even more pronounced in the 17 than it was in the 15. Now, the good guy, the F-86, is on the tail of the MiG-17, but he's got his work cut out for him because that MiG-17 has afterburner. Now, from the Korean War, we're going to take you to August of 1958. These two aircraft were in the air in the dogfight arena. It was Chinese against Chinese. It was the Republic of China pilots flying the MiGs. They were the communists. And the nationalist Chinese were our allies. They were on our side. They were flying the F-86. In both the dogfight arena with the MiG-15 and MiG-17 in August of 1948, the communist China Mustangs and in terms of air shows and flying with military aircraft and American Airshow pilots, that if they changed and modified and hot-rodded the airplane, they would have an excellent airshow modification. It started out with late railroad pilots who would make it not One is on display at the Hazy Museum, south of the Washington Dulles Airport, 365 days a year. And the other aircraft at the EA Museum. Following in their footsteps is a band coming in from your Memorial Showmanship Award given to one team and one individual a year. An inductee into the International Council of Aviation's Foundation Hall of Fame. Inducted into Living Legends of Aviation in Beverly Hills, California just several years ago. left rudder, a little right aileron. We call that the vertical reverse. From there, it's equal to change utilizing stage left and utilizing stage right. He pulls to the vertical. Across the top, he snap rolls the airplane from upside down to upside down. As he completes the maneuver, don't look at the airplane, look at his gift in the sky to you. From Steve Oliver to all of you at Fort Wayne, Steve's heart in the sky. Give him a big round of applause for that maneuver, if you will. Now the turnaround maneuver will be 5/8 of a loop. He'll stop the loop right here. He's upside down. He rolls right side up. As he comes back in, he'll get a precise 4-point hesitation roll, stopping every 90 degrees. There's one, there's two, the third 90, and 4 back to the right. Pull back up the stairs, stop the left and right side by 90 degrees. He does a clover turn and turns 90 degrees away from the crowd. I didn't want to crash into the ground. So what he did was discontinue that loop. He recovered out of it. He did 5 inches of loop, recovered out of it. Hit another one. There's now the stop sign in the sky. The 8-sided or octagon loop. 8 precise sides. Stop, Steve says, in the name of love and because it's the law. Now getting altitude off the right and doing what we call the reverse gravity turnaround. He'll get now he's going to do what we're going to do next week on the arena. This is called by 4 or 5 other aircraft. All next week is the National Airshow and air racing. And that's typical of how we're going to race. Right off the bat, surrounded by other aircraft. The speed's up to 400 miles an hour and sometimes more. Now, doubling the difficulty factor was 4-point hesitation roll. He just stopped. Kicking the rudder about 4 different times, the sectional hammerhead across the the top. Instead of a round loop, he made angles 4 distinct times by putting the full left rudder in and then taking it out. Airshow, nighttime pyro, and Steve defines and maintains altitude at 9-inch flight, at which the wings are robbed of most of their efficiency. That efficiency is called lift. This snap roll. In the UK they call that a flick roll because it takes about as long to do as snapping your fingers. Last night there was a gathering here with a live band, and after it got dark, they sent Steve out with the help of on this airplane is Steve Roll, dependable and 6 years. Thank you to Phelps. Thank you to thank you to Wells Fargo. That's what it should give out. Satisfying customers' financial needs and helping them succeed financially. A salute and thank you to Thunderbird Health and Thunderbird Hospital for donating to create today's experience. Thunderbird Health Network delivering the highest level of choice, support, care, in front of us is a hero aircraft from World War II, built by the North American Aviation Company. It is the twin-engine, twin-tail B-25. They call that the Mitchell bomber, named for General Billy Mitchell, advocated air power and pioneered aerial bombing. Now, this is similar, but not the exact airplane used by Jimmy. A heavy load of bombs. Devastating attack on Hawaii that left so many of our young men dead, never to return home. After that sneak attack, that surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, immediately the next day, our president, FBI, by naval and air forces, B-25 has the bomb bay door open. Yes, the bomb bay door is open.
The DAV is so proud to sponsor the B-25. We're here Strike Fighter Squadron 122. We are proud to present the FA-18 Super Hornet flight demonstration. Intended to replace the veteran F-14 Tomcat and 80 legacy Hornets, the fully built FA-18 Super Hornet is the Navy's newest frontline tactical aircraft. Known as the Rhino by those who fly it, the Super Hornet builds on a combat design of the original Hornet, with improvements such as 30% larger surface area, larger payload, longer range, and increased lethality. The aircraft performing for you today is the M model, which incorporates a two-place cockpit. The two aviators aboard work together as a team to accomplish the assigned mission. In today's demonstration, Pilot Lieutenant Sean Rosner, call sign Buzz from Titusville, Pennsylvania, and Weapons Systems Officer Lieutenant Justin Well, call sign Skinny Games from Fairmont, Minnesota, will demonstrate the incredible flight characteristics of the Super Hornet. Both aircrew have extensive combat experience and have flown numerous sorties in support of operations Enduring Freedom, New Dawn, and Enduring Resolve. During the flight, the pair will experience G-forces from -3 to 8 times the normal force of gravity as they maneuver the aircraft to the edge of the operating flow. Today's show will be performed at speeds as fast as 700 miles per hour and as slow as 100 miles per hour. Many of the maneuvers you will see here today demonstrate the aircraft's capabilities in the tactical arena and are employed during combat and training flights. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the left, where in a moment you will hear the Rhino's 2GE F414 turbofed engines spool up to their maximum power. After a brief systems check, Lieutenant Rosner will release the brakes, allowing the engine's 44,000 pounds of thrust to accelerate the aircraft to its takeoff speed of 120 knots. On takeoff, they will perform a dirty roll, demonstrating the superior power and maneuverability of the Rhino.
Yeah, they can stop the engine.
they get closer to the ground, the pilot will start to retard the throttle. Rate of seat will be about 700 feet per minute. Automated
KC-135.
for voice signals will call 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 on the altitude. Wireless way down at the end of the watch to the rear of the aircraft. The jumpers that just told the pilot a correction to 5 degrees to the right. Now watch for the streamers to exit the rear of the aircraft. They are waiting at the bottom so they don't close as much as they fall in a vertical manner where they are visible to the skydivers overhead. Now, airplanes can make a turn, a very shallow turn. All of the skydivers in the aircraft are not talking, but they are making calculations as to what Mother Nature's winds are doing from that approximate 2,500 foot of altitude above the ground down to the ground. They will then adjust where they leave the aircraft in relation to the target, allowing Mother Nature's winds to give them a tailwind back to the target area. Very often, those streamers, depending on Mother Nature's winds, could end up like they are now, way back in. Thank you very much for the question, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Air Force Reserve and Billy Worth Airshows, we welcome you once again to the 2016 Fort Wayne Airshow. Look at that as it slides an aircraft across the sky, using the right across the ground, flat as a pancake, as he takes it for the rudder turn. Now, Nick, I gotta get your way because my buddy Neil Darnell is down the track on our cab with the flash fire Dodge 10 truck. He is warming up California, so to speak. Brad Whitney did it on the back of that machine. In-roll afterburners. From the racing Darnell family last weekend in another town in the Midwest. Their son, Chris Darnell, in another one of the family's 300-mile-per-hour plus machines.
by visiting afreserve.com. Dan Clisham, back to you.
All right, thank you, Nick Jericho. By the way, we're talking about souvenirs and autographs. The flash fire will be heading back to the pit area. It'll be hot. Those engines will be hot. You'll be separated by them. You can get up close for pictures. They sell T-shirts and hats. They will provide you with a hero photo. They will sign your autograph. They will help you take your selfie.
Look at a telltale smoke up in U.S. Special Operations Command, Para Commander. The Para Commander is spotting his landing. Judging the wind, flying away. We have a jumper away. Look, ladies and gentlemen. As your Para Commander races toward about 120 miles per hour. In a moment, we'll open the iconic black and gold canopy of the United States Special Operations Command Para Commanders. One good shake. Folks, MIA flag. A salute. Setting up for a landing. Here now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a great welcome to with 3,300 jumps in combat from the great city of Austin, Texas, it's Lieutenant Colonel Ken Yates. Lighting up the sky. Para Commandos flying. Very much like an airplane. Now coming down through the clouds. Our number 2 jumper. They fly very much like an airplane. Toggling left, turning left, toggling right, turning right. Now these are called the small rigs. The small stiletto 120s. They fly like a jet. Watch quickly as our number 1 jumper, who is a U.S. Navy SEAL, a graduate of the United States Navy Academy, Captain Ken Carroll, turns his downwind base to final. He'll swim it in. Toward the left side of the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Ken Carroll! Perfect stand-up landing. Under the 2 jumper for the main canopy. From the great city of Denison, Iowa. Watch as he sets it up. It's our NCOIC Sergeant First Class Corey Christensen. Flying our traditional canopy high above. From the great city of Los Angeles, California. Fighting the wind today in beautiful Indiana. Your Para Commanders are so thrilled to be back in the news. Now watch as he pulls his risers, flies into the wind, toggling left and toggling right, spotting his landing zone. Flying the beautiful and iconic black and gold canopy of the United States Special Operations Command Para Commandos. Now, turned into the wind on its final. Let's give him a big hand. He can hear, ladies and gentlemen. From the United States Army, Sergeant First Class Mike Puma from Los Angeles.
when the first one came off the assembly line back in approximately 1955. Into service and reliable.
Here's what we've been waiting for. That one was not fine.
I guess the ones that
That's amazing.